Welcome to this lecture on the long-term regulation of blood pressure, focusing on the role of the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAAS. This session is aligned with NMC's Competency PY 10.8.
By the end of this session, you should be able to describe the components and activation of RAAS, explain its physiological role in regulating blood pressure.
Blood pressure is the product of cardiac output and total peripheral resistance. While short-term regulation is handled by mechanisms like the baroreceptor reflex, long-term control is hormonal, primarily through the RAAS, which maintains extracellular fluid volume and vascular tone. RAAS begins in the kidneys with the release of renin from juxtaglomerular cells. Renin acts on angiotensinogen produced by the liver to form angiotensin I. Angiotensin-converting enzyme, or ACE, primarily from the lungs, converts this to angiotensin II. Angiotensin II then acts to constrict vessels and stimulate aldosterone release from the adrenal cortex. Here's a simplified flow. When blood pressure or sodium levels fall, renin is released, setting off a cascade angiotensinogen to angiotensin I, then to angiotensin II via ACE, which promotes aldosterone secretion and vasoconstriction, ultimately restoring blood pressure. Angiotensin II increases total peripheral resistance by direct vasoconstriction. It also increases blood volume by stimulating aldosterone, leading to sodium and water reabsorption, which increases cardiac output and thereby raises blood pressure.
Aldosterone acts on the distal tubule and collecting duct of the nephron to enhance sodium reabsorption and potassium excretion. This promotes water retention and increases blood volume, contributing to long-term blood pressure regulation.
RAAS is tightly regulated by negative feedback. Angiotensin II and aldosterone inhibit further renin release, ensuring that the system doesn't overcorrect and cause hypertension. The feedback is also called tubuloglomerular feedback.
RAAS is triggered by low blood pressure or volume. Activation of RAAS produces the correction in BP. However, overactivity of RAAS can lead to hypertension, and this is effectively modulated pharmacologically.
We can modulate RAAS pharmacologically using these drugs. So this much for now. More of this will come up in pharmacology.